opportunity for us to hear from one of our young people about an issue that is top on all of our minds, yet we rarely have a chance to hear directly from young people about it. Please give a warm welcome to Adrienne Getz from Representative Praise District in Southern Wade.
I just want to give a thank you to Erin Parade for having me here today and sticking with me through years of trying to speak somewhere, and just thank you to her. So, hello, I'm Adrienne Getz. I'm 16 years old, attending as a junior at Fuquay High School. Going back to fall of 2021, I was in 8th grade, 13 years old, and in the lowest mental state I've ever been in. I felt like there was nowhere to turn except to the pills on my nightstand. On November 29, 2021, I overdosed. I was rushed to Rex Urgent Care in Holly Springs, where I stayed overnight to monitor my heart. The next day, I was driving in a cop car like a criminal to Holly Hill South Campus in Raleigh, involuntarily under the law. Holly Hill was a nightmare I'll unfortunately never forget. It truly changed me permanently as a person and stripped me mentally and emotionally who I was. Beginning with the strip search done by unknown male and female doctors that made me move in all sorts of exposing ways, and would mark the color of my clothing down to my undergarments. The schedule that my parents were given when I was stranded had provided them with a taste of false hope when they were told I would be getting group therapy, one-on-one therapy, and the ability to exercise, draw, and have a little sense of life was completely fake. The daily life in Holly Hill was farthest from that. We sit in a yellow room with a TV, sink, and chairs of Lincoln threes. In this room is where we would spend roughly 90% of our day. In this room is where we would watch baby shows and watch the clock to count down the hours to when we would get fed horrendous food. The one-on-one therapy we got consisted of talking to a so-called therapist by the name of Jeffrey Childers. I talked to this man for a humiliating 30 seconds if I was lucky every other day. The conversation consisted of the question, "How are you?" And of course I said good, because I wanted to get out of there as soon as I could. I got group therapy once when I was there. This therapist told us that times can be hard and everyone has rough patches, putting all the patients to sleep. We did have the ability to go to the gym in our room once in the time I was there. When I and my fellow patients got the news that we would finally be going somewhere else, we would practically jump for joy to have some sense of enjoyment. The PTSD that I still have from Holly Hill still haunts me. The 7 strip searches, the sight of seeing someone in my group practically tranquilized, the constant yelling and profanity used by the employees talking about how to use drugs correctly to me, and my selected group. I was in Holly Hill from November 30th through December 6th, 2021. 7 dehumanizing days, 6 sleepless nights, 21 disgusting meals, 7 very short calls to my family. It only took 7 days to change me, only 6 nights still cause nightmares, 21 meals that caused me to have eating issues later on, and 7 calls to change the relationship with my parents. My mission here is to make you just aware of one person's experience at Holly Hill. How me and my family were misled into thinking Holly Hill was a humane place to stay for someone in need of immediate help. The mental support available takes months to even get off the wait list, and even if you get that far, medication takes weeks, if not months, to start having effects. The only immediate option is Holly Hill, and to say that, to make it clear, there's a problem. According to National Alliance on Mental Health, in 2022, 1 in 10 students in North Carolina reported attempted suicide. That is 200 people in my school, which is only the students brave enough to come forward and tell their experiences. As of July of this year, there have been articles published by WRAL revealing an ongoing investigation in Holly Hill. A former employee has come forward exposing the corrupt practices when she was employed there, including a woman who wasn't licensed nor an employee working at Holly Hill signing off discharging patients at the end of 2021, the exact time I was admitted. Just doing a few minutes of research about Holly Hill could show a plethora of horrible information. Republican U.S. Senator Tom Tillis has touched on mental health numerous times. He said, "It's going to happen with your family. It's going to happen with a loved one. Everybody in life will have some kind of mental health issue." He also mentioned high school students with depression are more than twice as likely to drop out, and more than 2 million students a year booked into jails have serious mental illness. Today, mental illness is looked at much more sincerely than it has in the past. There's now a National Suicide Prevention Month, National Suicide Prevention Day, and so many days for mental health awareness, but I don't see our county going through with this awareness. There's so many kids attempting suicide, but all we have to offer are the facilities that traumatize kids and their most vulnerable mental state. Is this the best we can do? Help me and all the other teenagers and children who have suffered and are suffering to get the help we need with your funding.